Good evening. I want to talk to you today about don't make promises you can't keep. Now, if you make promises you can't keep, this actually hinders two parts of your life. This first part of your life that it hinders you in business, meaning that it really upsets your customers and your business associates. The second part of life that it hinders, it actually affects you in your actual personal life. So meaning that your close friends and associates can get upset, if you make promises you can't keep. Now, I want to start this episode off with business, with making promises in business you can't keep and how it negatively affects your business and the customer. So let's just say a customer comes into your gym. Let's just say like you own a gym and your customer comes into the gym wanting to cancel their membership. And one of your associates tell your customer, okay, yes ma'am, it's going to be really easy to cancel your gym membership. All you have to do is sign your name on this piece of paper and then we'll instantly give you a refund. So the customer signs their name on that piece of paper, gives it to the store clerk. The store clerk is like, I'm not able to give you a refund. And the customer is like, well, hold on, you just assured me that I would get a refund. See, that's what I'm talking about. Don't make promises that you can't keep. Because if you have to go and talk to the supervisor, or the boss man, or the boss lady, or the boss, if you have to go and talk to somebody else, please do not make promises to customers that you can't, fulfill. Now, if the person who actually owns the business, let's just say if you're not the person who owns the business, like you're like the manager or something like that, and then make sure that you have the adequate permission to go ahead and do those things that you are actually promising the customer. So that way you can keep the customer happy and motivated and enthused on, continuing to patronize your particular establishment. So that's what it's all about. It's all about making people feel good. Once people spend money with you, they expect you to go above and beyond. So most people are going to be thinking, like customers are going to be thinking, okay, so I come into this, gym every single day, I pay the $29.99 per month and everything. And all I need to do is just cancel my membership. And then you, the sales associate, you assured me that I would get a refund. Now you're telling me that I'm not going to get a refund. So the customer is quite naturally going to be upset by this and going to start saying things like, well, hold on, you took the money out of my bank account without an issue, but now it's an issue. Now you got to go and talk to this person here. You got to go and talk to that person. You got to go and do this. You got to go and do that. So that's the reason why I say if you're not the actual owner, again, if you're like one of the managers or the team leads or supervisors or something like that, and you have to get permission when the customer is asking for something that you have to get permission on, because you already know what you got to get permission on once the customer asks. Like if the customer asks for a refund over a certain amount and you know that you don't have the permissions to do that, please don't go up there and tell the customer, all right, yeah, I'm going to get you a refund, because the customer is going to be really, really upset with you because you wasted their damn time. I mean, quite naturally, you wasted their time. Like nobody wants to have their time wasted, because in life, that's one thing that we don't get, more of. We don't get more time in life. We can get more of everything else, but we can't get more of time. So people get upset whenever you waste their time like that by making false promises that you can't keep in business. Now, let me talk about the second spectrum of life, the second spectrum of making promises that you can't keep, and how it affects the second spectrum of life, meaning life in general. So if you make promises that you can't keep in life in general to people, let's just say like you have like a kid and you make a promise to your kid, hey Junebug, look, when you get 6 years old, I'm going to take you to Disneyland, a Disney World. You're going to go to Disney. When you get 6, quite naturally, Junebug is going to be thinking in his head like, okay, I got 2 more years. I'm 6 years old. I'm 4 now. 2 more years, I'll be 6. Parents going to take me to Disneyland. Yay, So Junebug goes up there and starts making all these preparations with his school buddies and, telling his friends this and this and this and that. And then next thing you know, Junebug's birthday comes around. Junebug turns 6, and his birthday comes around, and it's like, oh shit, I had to pay my rent. And Junebug, I know I promised you that I was going to take you to Disney, but you know, I got to pay my rent. My car note's due. You know, we got evicted. And, you know, I don't know how. You know, we didn't pay the house note. You know, this happened, that happened. 6-year-old Junebug, he isn't going to understand that. He's not going to understand that. So Junebug's going to be thinking, damn, my mom, my dad, my parent, you know, my legal guardian, whoever, they lied to me. Damn, they made a promise to me that they couldn't keep. So you see how when you make promises to people that you can't keep, it doesn't matter if it's in business or in your personal life. It's going to have a negative effect on you because you're going to be looked at as like a flim-flam kind of person, you know, and then people begin to get passively aggressive, whether or not it's customers or in personal life, because at that point, once you get to making promises you can't keep, that kind of like coincides together, like business and life kind of coincides together, because at that point, your customer isn't going to take you serious. So let's just say if the customer wants to maybe think about doing business with you, and then you made a promise that you couldn't keep, that customer is going to be like, oh shit, I'm never doing business with this person again or whatnot. They was like super incompetent. They was making all these false promises. Then they was talking about they have to wait 24 hours to get this escalated. You know, just all this like blah, blah, blah that customers really don't actually care about. You know, it may sound good in the work manual, but you know, it's not actually applicable in real life. So please never make promises in business or in life that you can't actually keep. And especially not to like a family or a close friend or a loved one or something like that. You know, you get to telling somebody, oh yeah, man, I'm going to come pick you up on the weekend. You know, we're going to go out to the movies. We're going to go skating or something like that. And then next thing you know, boom, you don't do it. And then you got more excuses than a person going to prison or whatnot on why you couldn't do it. Oh man, this happened. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I didn't realize it meant that much to you, Leroy. You know, I'm sorry about that, buddy. You know, if it gets to NBA playoffs, man, you know, I didn't realize it meant that much to you. But, you know, what you didn't realize was that Leroy, he had actually won those tickets on the radio station. You know, he told, you know, his uncle that he wanted to go with his homeboy, you, but then you made a promise to him that you couldn't keep or whatnot. Now he got to go to the basketball game alone because the person who he initially wanted to take or whatnot, you know, they already had another engagement. So you basically made Leroy forfeit XYZ amount of money for these tickets because you made a promise to him that you couldn't fulfill, that you couldn't keep. So please remember, in life and in business, never ever make a promise that you cannot fulfill. In business, if you know that you can't do it, again, if you know you have to go talk to the boss man or the boss lady or the boss, the top dog or, you know, whatever, or whatnot, if you're in business, like you're like in real estate or something like that, and then you know for a fact that you're not going to be able to make this, you know, deal go through, or you know, something like that, please do not make promises that you cannot keep to the customer, because customers will put a bad name out there for you. And then once you get a bad name, nobody's going to want to like do business with you. And I don't too much blame them, because I don't like doing business with flim-flam people neither, though they may be good people. And it may have just been like a misunderstanding or something like that. You know, maybe like the rule book didn't get read, or they missed the memo or something like that. But in the eyes of the customer, you know, they don't really care. And in the eyes of your friends and family, all more excuses than people going to prison, they don't care about that neither. So you just seem like a liar and a person who nobody really wants to, you know, be around or nothing like that. So please make sure in life, if you make a promise to a customer or a friend or relative in life, please make sure that you can keep that promise. And that about wraps it up for today's video. Until next time, I'll catch you later.